Yeah.
And some new character to bring into the table. If I ask you who measured the meridian, you know who was it, for example, to determine the the meridian line in the globe?
Well, it was changed, wasn't it?
Yeah, but who was the first guy?
Oh, good. I don't know.
How do you measure that?
Well, for the history, a guy who belonged to the Cross of Malta called Jorge Juan, and Juan in English is like, say, John, but this is the surname. The name was George. It's like, say, George John, So this guy, which was a military guy and also an astronomic and an astrophysicist, an astrophysicist, like something like that. If you go to the biography and read, he belonged to all the guys behind the behind the globe. They are all came from royalties, Jesuit order, Malta Crocs, and for the Order of Knight of Malta. So the guy who measured.
Yeah, that's like Templar kind of thing. Malta's Templars, right? Kind of connected to them, or that's basically Masons.
Yeah. No, you have both. I mean, there you have it. So there is not even one single guy which not belong to this Jesuit order.
The societies, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when the people say, who are behind, one of the biggest questions that you can make from yourself is, who was the architect from the heliocentric model?
It's kind of funny what they say here. He measured the length of the Earth's meridian by showing that the Earth is flattened at the poles in 1700s. Sure, yeah, of course he did.
Mathematics are fantastic, aren't they?
It's amazing. The Order of Malta, right. Come on, guys. It's a religion. It's not the science.
So he by himself, he went and measured and proved that the Earth's flattened at the poles. In 1700s.
Well before anybody had been to either one, of course.
Yeah, hey, where he studied? In the school of the Society of Jesus. So there you get it. Another Jesuit behind the globe.
SJ.
They try to hide it, but they can't.
So when you go to artistic pictures, here you have Jorge Juan, the guy behind the meridian measurement, another Jesuit camouflage as a military, there you have it.
Never trust a man with two first names.
No.
And then they say the transcendence, the scientific transcendence. Of course, he was able to be in many places at the same time. With his religious connections and his scientific mind, he was amazing that he was measured to prove it's flattened, the poles, without going there.
And
so it is transcendental.
By 1/300th, I believe is what they even say. It's right. The flattening is 1/300th.
Oh, he found even the ratio of the flattening.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
No, that's But this, for me, is really funny. When you start going into the history, that is amazing because, some guys pay $20 for I'm saying Jesuit. Man, I can
JQ.
say all day Jesuit if you want,
JQ, you should call. Yeah, JQ says, Iru, please say Jesuit again. My wife says, hello to Linda. Hi to Linda.
Hi to Linda.
But yeah, Iru can say Jesuit all day.
Jesuit. I become weak.
If you want to see it in that way.
If you want to see in that way, this situation.
That's my favorite one. No,
I know.
I love that one, though. It makes me want to say it all the time. If you want to see it in that way.
Okay, because for me it's like a relief. I mean, it's like my brain starts, crunch.
Right.
So how I get out from this situation is like, if you see it that way.
Right.
Have you tried to? I know you've done a lot on this regard, but have you tried to put a list of these characters that connected to the different orders and because it would be nice to have, kind of like a diagram that some people sometimes put together on Photoshop and whatnot, where you have the different characters.
Yes,
and the
I have
orders.
That'd be great.
You've done that?
Yes, I done that with my friend who is
Maximilian and
a physicist here from Argentina, with Daniel Marquez. You know him, Rodrigo, and he's going to present all these characters behind the glove in Madrid. So, of course, you are invited there. Maybe we can, I know you are going to be father, so maybe it's a little difficult times to you to go there.
No, but I'd love to see of course, I'd love to see it. It would be difficult for me to go, of course, because my dad's going to, it's another question, but yeah, they'll be fascinated because that needs to be done so that we can get that out there. And I think especially a diagram like this, because it's very informative for others to then go and look into the information, and we start sharing this.
Yes, and I have everything that I have in Spanish, so will be really nice if you can translate it and do your best